Best is locked in last. Aggressive play there. No tanks for BLG. Top Esports barely have one either. They have the Alistair ultimate, and that's sort of it.
Hitting that level 6, 10, 20, 30 seconds early on with the not at all suspicious roam up.
I am a regular minion. Pay attention to me. Do not actually.
Yeah.
I am a minion.
Pay no attention to the man behind the small minion costume. Ooh, flash forwards. Gonna force a flash out of
That's
Ben
the
there.
sequel to Kill Bill, by the way.
Ah.
Kill Bin. Yeah, you know, it's a crazy movie, I tell you. But if they managed to do that, then of course it would have been slightly better. But he's still losing XP, he's still losing gold. Knight dodges that on the shotgun there. For Bin, he's not feeling happy now. 369, of course. Old teammates of Knight on the other side on JDG. Bin walking, he needs to get some kind of farm, but he's going to get stopped on his way there.
Hex Flash for the Pulverize. Eats a fair amount of damage, not being taken low. How far off 6 are they? Still a bit of a wave to go. 369's going to take a turret shot there, but does have the scrap shields. It's okay-ish. They're holding the wave, and now Bin healing up best he can, but that turret will have depressurized, and they can start to look to jump onto Bin. Headbutt, Pulverize, flag, drag, and a 6-foot hole in the ground for Bin.
Bin is kind of out of the game now, folks. He's been forced off of so much farm. Jackie will, hang on, using the cannon to tank the tower.
They do this all the time. This is the 3rd time in as many Nico games I've seen On do this. It's been brutal. They can't quite get Jackie, though. Nelk ends up having to flash across the captive audience there.
Significant about from where they should be is a problem. Knight is going to have a ton of threat onto him. I don't see how this Azir is going to be able to play very safely.
On does stand the Tangle Ball for the flag and drag through, change the
It's a
corruption, and
disaster.
that's the combo we were talking about. The Nico dies, can't block out the CC with the clone. Shadow follows, Elk is running, but doesn't have the flash after the failed dive top. Jackie now burns the flash he saved earlier to show Elk how it is supposed to be done. A triple kill to the AD carry of Top Esports on bot side. Bin gets chunked by 369, but it will lead to nothing else.
BLG banned the Yone instead of the Varus. That Varus just triple killed them, and Top Esports explode the early game. Bin comprehensively shut down early. BLG pressured out in jungle as well. Shadow has had very little impact. Good combo there from Knight, though.
That's well done across the Valkyrie goes, but he goes across it a little too permanently, and they will get on the board finally.
Well played there from playmakers that can dive with Alistair ult like this. Bin, to get another kill onto Bin, this game is so done for BLG.
Chains of Corruption just went wide, but a flash for the Pulverize into the head, but On's going to heal away. Elk now coming on over. Pop Blossom potentially turn things around briefly. The Deadly Flourish just wide, but Kanavi just flashed Cataclysm, says no, not today. Bin now potentially looking to get some turnaround here as a flash and forward from Shadow. Pressing guard down. Kanavi needing to back away, but they are getting some damage back. Public Execution on the backside. 369 also flashing, has got themselves a blast code. It ends up being the 1-for-1, both supports dying.
Yeah, good response from BLG, quick timing. They have left, though, the 3 Grub. Help an AD carry take it a little bit quicker, too. I do think this is an underrated thing. Season 4 lane swaps and Season 5 lane swaps. Yeah, we would actually have, like, Braum, double jungling, sweep, back onto 369, no flash.
We'll put down the Equalizer on the wave, kind of knows he's dead, so he's trying to take as many minions with him as he can, and we'll get the majority of them. Not the cannon, though, sadly for him.
After 3 grubs, they will cross map. Yes, they lose 1 kill onto the Rumble, but they get the first turn on top. They have
feats of strengthiness.
Yeah,
Premium
feats of might. This just sounds like all of those goes horribly wrong for BLG. I've said it before, BLG in the last week has stood for bad late game. Carrot's going to take an electrocute rock. Carrot's going to go into mid lane before killing the turret.
Trying to dive forward. Quite got what he was looking for, though, was a really good hop. Denies it. Chains of Corruption lands, and unfortunately, Battle Herald. Let's go. That's not quite a chicken jockey. It's a bit bigger and a bit nastier. Flag and drag fell over the wall, but Hug will flash and say, no, you don't get to go. Stay here. Headbutt, Pulverize, Equalizer, and it's roast chicken for dinner.
What is Shadow doing? Standing there, takes all of his HP bar before he can mount any sort of comeback. And BLG's jungler has had a poor week at work. Top Esports, a great punish from them. Hung, going forwards for aggressive combos, comboing onto the Varus, who's already so strong. Showcases exactly how strong Top Esports are from a lead as well. They got a ton of comfort this game first. Hung, comfortable on the Alistair. Varus, incredible for Jackalove. Bin going in.
The Deadly Flourish is just wide. 369 might die here. He's caught the Cataclysm with everyone else. He's got a Hex Drinker. Not bad from Bin. Hang on, what about the slow? On's now here as well. Kanavi may be in danger. Does get rooted up briefly mid-flag and drag, but it buffers it well enough, and Bin gets the 1 and the 1v2.
and that'll be third for them. Would be towards the Ocean Soul. BLG trading. Yeah, I think they realize that they are really quite far behind in this game strategically, right? They have a composition which is pretty good if they play around, you know, their own pick combo and the Shinzao from a point of power. The Shinzao is not powerful. The Azir basically cannot team fight versus this top side. The Varus is ridiculously strong too. BLG, they're preying on missteps from top esports and for them to give over free kills which open up better opportunities.
Ben and Shadow just hanging around. That's not a bad start. In comes the public execution. 369 will go golden and throw down the equalizer, but it's largely well buffered through. There is no flash available. Redemption buys some time, but a wonderful Crescent Guard denies Kanavi's entrance to the play. Deadly Flourish will root up Kanavi, but there is no follow-up. A minute until Atakar means unlikely.
Rumble. And even though he's been shut down in this game, he's making an impact. I've been impressed with Bin's Rumble more and more as the year's gone on. Varus is coming down. This is probably a dead ambassador, by the way. Varus is here.
Oh, the moment we started praising him, there's the exhaust after headbutt into the wall, change the corruption, repudiation shield buys some time. Now 369 is here. Is he going to be donated the kill or at least an assist? That's not bad damage back, Ben.
Dragon Spawn now both objectives on the bottom side of the map as BLG need to find a way to survive this giant combo from the top side of top esports.
He goes on in, flashes out immediately as the Deadly Flourish was threatened, so Kanavi down a key summoner and has lost about half his HP bar. Hung also chunked out.
Yeah, but Knight did flash. Flash for flash between jungle of top esports, mid lane of BLG. Knight was caught out a little far there. Dragon's getting lower and lower. BLG need to be afraid of the big engage though. The ultimates are coming up from creep.
He'll burn to heal, but there's going to turn that around as the pop blossom on the back line. Try to find the angle. They've lost all the Cataclysm turnaround. Shadow burning low, not quite down. Fortune Knight with a wonderful shuffle, but unfortunately he dies to do it. 369 the golden barbecue. Elk flashing, can't get the kills. Shadow and Bin try, but it is to no avail. They're in the namesake, binned by top esports.
BLG too far behind. Top esports too much damage of it. Top esports playing around this Varus so well. Why did BLG ban Yone and not Varus? Magnificent versus BLG.
Insane fight from Queen, by the way. I kind of slipped me by a little bit, but he managed to dodge out of nearly everything, managed to shock multiple people. Hung, flashing over for the headbutt, pulverize, public execution does go wide, but it was allowed to buffering through the CC. Still gonna be a death of Shadow, though. TPing in is Knight, but not in time to save the jungler.
Yeah, hang on, that's a lot of damage onto Hung, actually. Wow.
Ow. Redemption heal, one shot lands. Does have an Ocean Soul, and 369 should body block it, interrupted his Elk. By a lot of damage and can't finish up what the Lollet started on. Cataclysm, the exhaust comes on down. He tries to throw down a pop blossom, but just gets popped in turn. Queen goes on forwards for the twofold hex. Can't quite find it.
Has to play very... hang on a second, it Hung's over the wall.
Very quiet, it's Howl for hunting season. That is a big old moo-moo as he'll come across the back end of it and find a headbutt pulverize onto the Azir.
Awesome flank from Hung. Gets a great pick out of the fog of war. BLG were forced to approach from a point of vision denial from top esports. Baron will go over to them. They have that Ocean Soul already, and BLG, they're running for the hills at this point. They are in a very desperate...
Actually, got some of those old traits of Shadow just rearing their heads again a little.
But, you know, on the positive side, IG just
Shadow is the only one who can do something like Crescent Guard. Everyone else cries quite a lot about being hit. In they go with the equalizer, and goodbye on is absolutely eviscerated. Cream adds him to his dessert over the wall with the between worlds. Pull back on the twofold hex.
Top esports delete the jungle support of BLG, who have had a horrid game one. Top esports control from beginning to end. The Varus, which should have never been let through draft, punishes BLG. Kanavi leading the charge from start to end.
Kanavi leads the charge. He has not been involved in only a single kill this game. Bin now in danger. In fact, this might be the next one, but Bin is going to be left alive under his tier 3. Kanavi steps on forward with the Marshall Cadence, but the Nexus turrets are a far more valuable prize at this point, and top esports will get Pop Blossom one more time, but 369 says, unreal. Knight fails the shuffle. Hung will headbutt pulverize him to death on his own damn fountain.